Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Molechap here, coming at you with another Starcraft 2 commentary. And this is going to be a game between ZeeRaX, the blue Protoss player in the top right-hand corner, and Ptak, the red Zerg player in the bottom right-hand corner, both wishing each other good luck and have fun, etc. So I'm doing this game for a couple reasons. This was just a public game. It wasn't part of a tournament or anything. But I'm doing this game partly because I thought it looked interesting. It was fairly highly rated on Ghost 2 Gamers, but also because of this player right here, ZeeRaX. I kind of thought, hey, I should probably cast a ZeeRaX replay, see what this player is like. There are so many players right now. There's hundreds and hundreds of players that are at the top levels these days. There's not a ton that are, well, depending on where you put the cutoff, I guess. But there's a lot more players that I haven't heard of, basically, and I'm a lot of times seeing players in tournaments and stuff that I haven't really heard of, and I'm kind of curious where they came from and what their story is, all that. So anyway, so I often end up casting replays where I'm like, I don't know who this guy is, and then it turns out they're a really good player, and I just never even heard of them because there's so many people and the things fluctuate so much. Once you get below the top, 50, it's hard to recognize names. Anyway, so ZeeRaX is kind of one of those guys that I've seen around. I've seen his name pop up here and there often, and so I kind of want to see what he's like. He is actually qualified for the TSL. He is actually in the round of 32 for the TSL. That's part of the reason why I wanted to cast this. See what he's got in him. And whoa, what is this drone doing? Oh, it is going to go ahead and scout. Oh, he's got to pull down first. Okay, so Ptak getting his pull down first, and he's actually scouting. I thought it was like, wait, I thought he was going to expand with that. So he's actually going to drone scout, which is a pretty good move. Probe for ZeeRaX scouting around. Anyway, so ZeeRaX, I've seen his name around. He's won a couple little things. He got second place in one of the TL TeamSpeak Opens. That was also a TSL qualifier, and so that's what got him into the TSL, was those qualification points. So curious to see what he has. He actually is going up against Mondragon in the round of 32, so that will be tough. And if he beats Mondragon somehow, then he will face the winner of Cruncher versus Idra. So he'll have a very, very tough route going onward if he does manage to get continue on in the TSL. He's definitely got himself into a proving ground there, as it were. Not proving grounds, the Brood War map, but anyway, Ptak I know nothing about. I'll just put that out there. He's another player that I've kind of seen his name a few times. I couldn't find any information about him. ZeeRaX, by the way, former Pro War 3 player for Bulgaria. Another little bit of information. I tried to look up some information about Ptak, and I could not find anything about him. All I know about Ptak is that whether or not it was intentional, it probably wasn't. I couldn't even find out what country he was from. There was a little flag icon next to his TLPD name, but I did not have the time to look up what that flag meant, unfortunately. Kind of lazy, I know, but I really don't have much time tonight. I wanted to get a commentary in. Anyway, Ptak is actually a Klingon curse word. It's a very bad insult in the Klingon language. So there you go. That's officially how I'm going to think of him, as how he came up with his name. I do not know if that's actually how he came up with his name or not. Probably isn't. This sentry is going to come out in a little bit. He's probably going to be able to drive off these Zerglings before the shields even get down on that gateway. But nice pressure, actually. There we go. Oh, he actually might get some shields off. Is he going to pull those Zerglings back? He loses a Zergling. That'd be bad. Oh, does just lose a Zergling. Wow. And he actually put his Stargate here right at the front. He says, I don't even care if you see it. I'm going to put it right there. Maybe he was thinking, if an Overlord came in to scout from behind, it wouldn't catch it up at the front here. But that's a pretty obvious spot. So he's just going to be very obvious about the fact that he is making a Void Ray. Overlord's running around just seeing what they can see on the map. So this Void Ray is probably not, especially because he spots it, it's probably not going to be like a kill move where, oh, he's trying to kill off that Zealot and get a scout in or something. Actually, the Zealot is, wow, almost dead, but that was a little bit suicidal. You don't want to send in just a few Zerglings against the Zealot. That's why you put that Zealot there. He doesn't have Warp Gate tech though, so he couldn't quite do anything to fill in that gap if he wanted to. And this, I guess he was just trying to take advantage of the sentry moving out. A little bit sloppy though by Ptak. We'll see if ZeeRaX can take advantage of that. He's actually going to run. Oh, he's probably going to get 2 Overlords. By the way, this is patch 1.3. I'm thinking about going through and trying to show off some of the stuff that's different in 1.3. But just to first of all, look at this up here. The observing mode in 1v1 now has the kind of side-by-side of both both players' minerals and gas and what have you. Phoenix is out now as well. He's going to move in here, and just the single Phoenix is just going to be for scouting purposes, not for anything too much. Spore crawlers going up. Yeah, so he saw that Stargate really early, immediately put up an Evo chamber. Still might be in a little bit of danger from Void Rays, just from poking it on the sides. Well, actually, no, maybe not. Never mind. Especially with the second Spore Crawler going up, he's going to be fine. Not going to have to worry about air unless he really goes bullish with the air units and goes for mass Phoenixes or anything like that. But it looks like he's just got the one Void Ray, one Phoenix. Void Ray for clearing out Overlords and clearing out Watchtowers. Phoenix for scouting. Not too bad of an early combo there, and he's actually going to expand off that too. Drone's going to come in here and scout the expansion, though. So Ptak knows this is going on. That means he can either A, decide, oh, I kind of like the little new icons over here. Those are just general, the tabs over here are a little bit nicer at the moment. Kind of like that. It looks like the little race icon. Very, very snazzy. Good job, Blizzard. Anyway, so Ptak can either decide to drone up, which he is deciding to do, or he can decide to go for an attack is, you know, another possibility. He is just droning up here. He's getting his ranged missile attacks here on his evolution chamber. Do we see no lair yet, actually? No lair. Okay, lair just started just as I was saying that. And, oh, that Phoenix might go down. Oh, Phoenix gets popped. No more scouting for you. A little bit sloppy by ZeeRaX in this case. Running it in there. He saw the spores and he ran it through anyway instead of running around the edges. Wow, so Colossus is coming out. Basically what ZeeRaX is, this is kind of a classic strategy. You go air, force Hydras, and then go Colossus, which own Hydras. It's a really common thing to do. But in this case, he's just kind of blindly doing that strategy. Now, Colossus are good no matter what against Zerg units, basically, unless they do go air for some reason, which he's probably not going to. But it's interesting that he's just kind of doing that just, you know, just for the sake of it. He doesn't know their Hydras are out, or he knows that Hydras are not being produced. The lair is not yet completed. It's going to be completed very, very soon. And then we're going to see what tech choice Ptak is going to go with, but he doesn't even have a Roach Warren or anything right now. He actually could be open to harassment, theoretically, by some ground units. I guess he's got a couple queens around, but anyway, I like this. The Overlord's kind of clumped up over this. They look kind of strange, actually, all clumped up like that. It's like a big super Overlord pulsating around in the midair. In any case, by the way, this is Tal Darim Altar. That's another reason why I wanted to do this replay. I didn't get to mention in the beginning. Tal Darim Altar, I'm trying to do some of the newer GSL maps. These are, of course, from the last season. There's even newer maps, which are not available yet. But, you know, I don't get to commentate too many maps from the new stuff because they're not on ladder. So I wanted to commentate this one since what looked like a good replay was available. Excuse me. Lots of drones here. Lots and lots and lots of drones. He could probably... Yeah, he is thinking about taking a third base over here. Phoenix is going to see everything going on and know exactly what's going on there. And yeah, this is not a surprise at all. Ptak not only does he have a lot of drones right now, but is he just... Oh, okay, he's actually spreading his Overlords out. They're kind of going to different locations around the map. It's kind of a good idea, but I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. Okay, now he has the speed upgrade on him, so they're going to be able to run away a little bit easier. But I don't know if that's really that good of an idea with Phoenixes and Void Rays out. And there we go, planting down another hatchery. I like that. I really, really like that because this is what I was thinking. If he scouts ZeeRaX, ZeeRaX has not really anything bulky. He's got a Zealot and a Sentry. And he has added that second Stargate, so he is going mass Phoenix, actually. So he's really just basically going Phoenix Colossus, which is a really deadly combo. I was thinking, you know, without that many air units, he can't really force Hydras, but with that many air units, he has forced Hydras, and here's the Hydras in fact. Hydras are going to do very, very well against Phoenixes per cost, but then the Colossus in the back as well. But the thing is he doesn't really have a ton of units on the ground to go with it. He's just all tech-centric. He's got the... Oh, I see. Ooh, that's what he was doing. He was sending them all to all the expansions to see what's going on. But here's the thing, is this Phoenix can now go around and just hunt down random Overlords all over the map. Spire's going to be completed very soon, and then he'll be able to deal with those random Phoenixes running around. But he's going to have to produce a lot of Corruptors or something to deal with that many Phoenixes. And what is going on here? More gateways going up in a big wall. That's actually pretty clever because he's got so many tech units. He would need to worry about, you know, a rush hitting on the bottom, a ground rush, basically, and just by walling that off. And that also shows us that ZeeRaX is basically committed to I don't think he's not trying to defend the third base. He's just committed to going for just massive. That is a lot of Phoenixes. He's shown the Phoenixes now. Hydralisks are going to have to run back here to deal with any Phoenixes that might be there. It looks like what he's trying to do is just get enough Hydralisks to... Uh-oh. Corruptor's about to pop out too. Here comes those Phoenixes. One gets popped by those Hydralisks very, very quickly. They are going to be able to run away. But Corruptors are being produced as well, so they're going to pop out pretty soon, and that is going to be the end of those Phoenixes pretty much. And here's the thing is, basically what Ptak needs to do right now is just, okay, never mind, he is going to get another base. Never mind, not bad. Gateway's just there as a protective barrier since he's going to make them anyway. I guess units can go around the bottom, or around the top here after all. So, wow. But basically, Ptak needs mass Corruptors. I mean, he's already gotten some, but look at everything ZeeRaX has. Everything he has except for a Zealot and a Sentry can be damaged by, and he's putting up more gateways over here. This is actually pretty cool because he's able to make blockades, but then he's got a bunch of warp gates around too, just in case. Ooh, Infestation Pit. We might get to see some of the new patched infestors after all. But look at all this stuff. He's going Void Ray Colossus. He's got these Phoenixes as well to lift up Hydras or whatever else he wants to. And Phoenixes combat everything. Phoenixes deal with all of this stuff. You know, one Zealot and one Sentry is not going to be a big deal. He can actually, if he can just kill everything with mass Corruptors and then just go in for the kill with the ground army he has, if he just needs to switch over to making Corruptors, all Corruptors right now, basically, it would win him the game. I don't know if he knows that ZeeRaX is that committed to all of this air stuff. He's seen the Sentry, I'm sorry, the Phoenixes, but I don't know. Anyway, he's doing a really good job. Ptak's doing a really good job of creeping up the map as well. As we can see, he's crept up all the expansions that he could go for in addition. And wow, just a nice little wall of gateways, a couple cannons there. So really nice. Ptak moving out on the map here, trying to chase down these Phoenixes as they go around and do some more scouting, try and pick off Overlords. Spore Crawler's not quite in yet. Are they going to be able to kill off a Queen or something like that? He does go for the Queen. He's going to snap that Queen in half, but the Corruptor's giving chase, picking off the shields of that Phoenix, forcing him to fall back again. And wow, even just those 5 Corruptors, and again, I think he's producing Infestors. Now that's kind of cool. He's producing Infestors. That might do well as well. I don't think that's going to do quite as much good against all of all of everything here, but it's going to do awesome if he can get a fungal off on those Phoenixes. Oh man, he will be able to just polish them off. Lots and lots of units will be completely gone, completely taken out of the game if you could just get a single fungal on them. Anyway, that would be kind of cool to see. Getting lots of upgrades here and a hive as well for Ptak. So ZeeRaX might be in a little bit of trouble because he's got 4 bases. Maybe thinking about getting a 5th here. Look at this creep going all the way up to the side here of ZeeRaX's base. An interesting place to put that creep tumor though. Doesn't really, you can't creep up hills, unfortunately, although I guess maybe if he was able to drop some creep out of an Overlord. Anyway, here he comes for an attack. He's got a lot of Corruptors. I don't think it's enough though. He's got only 9 Corruptors. He's got some Hydras as well, but the Hydras are just going to be able to have to fall back completely from those. And here he comes. He's going to go in and try and snipe this Nexus. ZeeRaX is moving out. Oh, fungal growth on all of the air units, stopping him in place while he takes out the Nexus. But now his army is trapped. He's going to be forced to turn and fight unless he can poke a hole out of this and move out. No, but all the Hydras get completely obliterated. Phoenix is moving in, are able to pick up those Corruptors, I'm sorry, Infestors before they can do any more damage. The Roaches have managed to find a way around the top here, and they're going to escape. No, they're not going to escape. Not with that many Phoenixes around. Corruptors having to turn and fight for just a moment, and that was a absolute rolling over of Ptak's forces by this massive Void Ray Colossus Phoenix ball of death. And I mean, that's what I'm not sure exactly what Ptak was expecting with that many Colossi. I don't think he killed a single Colossus, and there are 7 Colossus there. Wow, so many Void Rays. He just basically, like I said, he just needed mass Corruptors. That's all he should have gotten was Corruptors. He made a lot of Roaches and Lings and Hydralisks, and he's still got a bunch of Hydralisks here. He doesn't need Hydralisks. He needs Corruptors. There's not a single thing on the ground. There's no, he's got all these gateways, but they're just literally just blocking a I mean, he's got them lit up now, but he hasn't been making anything out of them. He's just been constantly making. He's almost maxed with this stuff. So even if, I mean, he's got a bunch of a few stalkers in there. Look at that, 4 stalkers. He just needs so many corruptors in order to come back here. He does have 15 corruptors there. I think he just needs to. He's almost maxed here. That's the thing. Where's all of his units actually? He's got some. Okay, he's got some more infestors. If he can get some more good fungals, maybe it might help him as far as with that positioning. But here he comes in. This is really ill-fated. He plants down some fungals, but the fungals are just gonna hit the shields, and everything on the ground gets up completely annihilated before those corruptors can even do anything. He's having to try and kite against these void rays. He's done significant damage to the void rays shields and stuff with the fungals and the corruptor shots, but yeah, hopefully he's producing all corruptors. He is producing all corruptors and infestors and spending some money on lings as well. Oh, he's gonna pick off a couple. I think. Oh nope, he's gonna pick off one. He's gonna get the other one. He's gonna have to fall back once he meets this ball of void rays. Wow, that is amazing. Another Colossus is out. So basically nothing on the ground is ever going to survive. That you just have to admit that. When there's that many Colossus, you have to say, okay, ground units are worthless in a battle against them. Now these Zerglings, what he should be doing with these Zerglings is really running them around the map and picking off expansions, running them in the side here and attacking some cannons and running out and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, in any case though, he's got another base up over here. Income looking very, very good. 80 harvesters. Now he's 80 harvesters, but well, actually no. His main and no, here's his main. Hive is up. Wait, what does he do with the hive? Where's the hive? Does he have anything going on with the hive? He's got level 3 air weapons, air attacks going on. That's a good thing to do with your hive. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. There we go. Here we go. Zerglings coming in are gonna be able to take up this expansion pretty easily. The void rays and the Colossus are so slow that they're not gonna be able to get there in time. And these corruptors are coming over here. He's got some infestors as well. I still don't think that's enough corruptors, but he is pretty much maxed. So he's going to be forced to fight. He needs to get some fungals off. He gets one fungal off. Before anything happens, the corruptors are going to be forced to flee. So many void rays. You can't do it when they have more void rays and corruptors. You need more corruptors in the air. And he's making lots of infestors, but I don't know what he thinks. I'm not sure exactly what he hopes to accomplish with the infestors. Fungaling these things will not really do anything. Even with the new fungal growth. The new fungal growth, by the way, if you hadn't noticed, now what he could do is research neural parasite. That would be epic. That would be something he could do, is mass infestors with neural parasite and like come in with the corruptors and take out half the void rays with neural parasite, and then he would just basically obliterate everything in the time that the neural parasite lasted. That would be awesome. I really, really hope we see that. I don't think we're going to at this point though. Anyway, corruptors, yeah, he just needs more corruptors. He needs so many corruptors right now. It's just not even silly. He does have a lot of stalkers in the mix as well. But again, they're going to be covered by Colossi. So again, nothing on the ground is really going to do anything. I like how he's kind of stopped producing Colossi. ZeeRaX has stopped. He's like, all right, I got 8 Colossus. That's all I need to kill anything on the ground for the rest of the game. So I'm just going to keep making more air units. He's got these stalkers for cover as well. Anyway, here we go. Fungal on those Phoenixes. Might do a little bit of damage. All of his army not together. Oh, he picks up the infestors though, but the Phoenixes go down that were lifting up the infestors, so they drop back down to the ground. They do get a couple fungals off, and actually the fungals finally doing a decent amount of damage to those void rays. One more fungal might kill the void rays. He needs to get another one off. No, but half the void, all the void rays finally going down. The corruptors target firing down the void rays. So now they have complete control of the air. He's going to be able to pick off these Colossus so quickly with +3 weapons. The Stalkers cannot kill them off fast enough, and that is why he needed Corruptors more than anything. Although I must admit that I did not expect those Infestors to do quite as good of a job. But you know what? That's because they just buffed them. Here comes 3 more Colossi coming from the back. Those Corruptors are going to chew them down so quickly. Absolute ownage. Zerglings coming in, Speedlings coming in to wipe the floor with those Stalkers who are just targeting down the Corruptors at this point so he can get out some more Colossi. Absolutely amazing game by Ptak here, doing an excellent job of fighting that off. Wow, and that was just brilliant, targeting down the Void Rays with the Corruptors. And with the fungal growth all over the Void Rays, just did a lot better than I expected. Again, so I kind of wasn't expecting those fungals to do that much, but you know, my mind my mind is still in pre-patch mode where basically what they did with the fungal growth is they made it so it does the same amount of damage in half the time. And it sticks them in place for only half the time, so it's a lot shorter time period, but it still does the same damage over that shorter amount of time, over 4 seconds instead of 8. So those Void Rays got the same amount of damage in only 4 seconds, and then you can cast another fungal on them. Running in here, he's taking out the cannons. Probably not going to, well, it looks like he's going to take out several cannons, but not going to be able to get the Nexus with all these forces coming in here. But anyway, lots of Corruptors flying around again, so let's see. He's actually sticking more to ground units at this point. He's producing some Colossus, but he's going more with Stalkers at this point. So the Corruptors, Mass Corruptors, are not going to be nearly as effective. Now, he did get a Fleet Beacon a little while ago, and I'm really curious why he got that Fleet Beacon. Yeah, no sign of white. Maybe he was planning on switching into carriers or something, or maybe he wants to get a mothership. I'm not exactly certain. Anyway, he is persisting with Mass Corruptors here. Well, he's gotten a lot of Corruptors out. He's getting a lot of Roaches now as well. 86 Zerglings on the map, though. And here is a lot of them in these Overlords. He's going to try and kill the main before all these Stalkers can get back there. I don't believe they have Blink, so these Zerglings are going to be able to do a lot of damage before anything gets back. He's got a wall keeping his units from getting in as well. He might be able to take out some critical structures. So far, not taking out too... Well, it takes out the Forge, takes out the Robotic Support Bay. Going to take out the... Oh, if he can get that Twilight Council before Blink upgrades, that'd be huge. It looks like he is going to get that. Nicely done. Finally, the Stalkers and such are going to get back here. They're probably going to be able to polish things off. Gets the Fleet Beacon down. Fleet Beacon never really did anything, and now he's just going to get cleaned up. And in the meantime, attacking... He drew the army into the main and is attacking with Zerglings at the same time. Wow. Awesome play by Ptak. Very, very, very skilledly done, I guess. And now he's going to come in here and attack the side. Stalkers do not have Blink. Twilight Council was taken out before Blink could be completed, so they are not very mobile right now. And this is a really scary army, actually. Not that scary to a death ball of Colossus and Void Rays, but pretty scary to sort of a hurt ball of Stalkers and only one Colossus. Corruptors are going to take that Colossus out so fast. Puts down some fungals. Zergling's going to work. Hydralisks in the back do not even care because the Colossus gets taken out very quickly. The last of the Stalkers are going down. We might see a GG any moment here from ZeeRaX. There's the end of the game. No GG actually stated, but definitely a good game regardless. And ZeeRaX just saying, you know, I'm just, you know, Void Ray Colossus is imba. I'm just going to go Void Ray Colossus. And underestimated, as did I, the power of the new Corruptors to take out Void Rays very quickly, especially, I'm sorry, not Corruptors, the new Infestors, to take out those Void Rays very quickly. And that was pretty sweet. That was actually really, really well played by Ptak, I gotta say. And so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are like, oh my god, how can I ever possibly deal with Void Ray Colossus? Go with Corruptors and some Infestors alongside to do fungals on the Void Rays. And apparently it works pretty well. Didn't hurt that he barely survived long enough. Well, not barely, actually. He wasn't under that much pressure, but he survived long enough to get +3 weapons on these Corruptors. They were doing 26 damage a shot to the Colossi once they polished off the Void Rays. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy that game. Very, very excellent. We got to see a little bit about the new patch. We got to see a little cool observer screen thing up here with the side-by-side. That was actually really handy to see the side-by-side supplies up here all the time. And anyway, we got to see the power of the new Infestors as well. Definitely, definitely awesome. Awesome meaning that they're powerful. Has yet to be seen if they're going to be, you know, too powerful or not. But I think it's probably good. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. GG. And the other thing to note real quick is that Ptak did an excellent job of creeping up everywhere and getting bases everywhere. I mean, when you sit back in your base and go Void Ray Colossus, you're not putting that much pressure on. You don't have any zealots or anything like that to do some harassment. So he took the map. Worked out pretty well. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. GG. Take care.